you're good. My next guest is a self-professed foodie whose idea of a perfect night is curling up with a pile of cooking magazines. So when she discovered her kids had food allergies and she couldn't find recipes that were safe for them, she decided to take matters into her own hands, right?
I did.
And Cybele Pascal has written a second book called The Allergen-Free Baker's Handbook. Please welcome her back to the show. So when we saw the book, we went through it, and I find it so difficult to believe that you can make a crumb cake that's allergen-free. No eggs, no butter, no cream, no, I mean, so many things, no flour.
No wheat, exactly, no
wheat,
flour.
Right, no wheat as we, no flour as we know it. Who would have thunk it?
Right.
Cybele thunk it, and her children are thriving, and can they eat all of those?
Absolutely. They can eat all 100 recipes in this book.
I meant, could they eat the whole pile?
Oh, they do.
Yes.
On a regular basis, absolutely.
So let's get started making this crumb cake.
This is a classic crumb cake recipe, and I'm so excited to tell you guys about it, to walk you through. But I'm going to start by showing you my secret weapon with allergen-free baking. It's my basic gluten-free flour mix, and what you do is you mix up super fine brown rice flour, tapioca starch, and potato starch. And
that's your flour.
And that's my flour. And you just mix it up, you shake it up in the bag.
You just don't even think about using regular wheat flour anymore.
And this mimics all-purpose flour beautifully.
Right. So you eat all the stuff that you feed your kids. You don't have any allergies?
No, actually I do.
Oh,
I have tree nut allergies, shellfish allergies, mild wheat allergy. Don't get me started.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to have you start by mixing up the dry ingredients for the cake.
Okay, so 2 cups of gluten-free flour mix. This mix,
keep it in your fridge.
We'll put this on our website, right? Can we put it on?
Okay. So you just keep that in your fridge and you have it on hand at all times. 1 teaspoon double-acting baking powder.
Now, nobody's allergic to that?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
1 teaspoon of baking soda.
And nobody's allergic to that?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Not one of the top 8 allergens.
Okay.
This is a ½ teaspoon of xanthan gum. This is a vegetable gum that's very important for creating structure in your gluten-free baked goods.
Oh, okay.
And a teaspoon of just plain old table salt or very fine sea salt.
And the kids can eat salt?
They can. So while you're doing that, while you whisk that up, I'm going to start creaming our... This is a dairy-free, soy-free vegetable shortening with palm oil.
This is your favorite?
This is my favorite. I think it has the most consistent results.
Spectrum.
Great in place of butter.
And you buy that at the health food store?
I buy this at Whole Foods. You can buy all of these ingredients at Whole Foods, your local health food store, or you can get them online at Amazon for the most part.
And now eggs, do you miss eggs?
I don't miss eggs.
Are the children allergic to eggs?
They have, my son Lennon has a mild egg allergy, so we stay away from that as well. So we're gonna wait. I'm gonna have you mix up our energy egg replacer. That's this, and this is in place of eggs.
Oh, okay.
So turn that off for now. And what you're gonna add is 1 tablespoon of this energy egg replacer to a £1/4 cup of rice milk, which I love rice milk. It's a very neutral
I drink rice milk. I like it.
You could whisk that up until it's nice and frothy. And add it to this bowl, and we're going to mix this on medium speed for about 2 minutes, and then 1 teaspoon of the vanilla as well.
And vanilla is not an allergen?
Not if it's gluten-free vanilla, which this is. While you're doing that, while you're going to mix that on medium speed, I am going to make our substitute for sour cream. Now, this is coffee cake, right? So we want that nice, moist richness. So I'm making a dairy-free alternative to sour cream.
So you came up with all these recipes on your own.
I'm kind of like this mad scientist.
Yeah, you're a mad chemist.
I'm a mad chemist in the kitchen coming up with allergen-free substitutions for traditional ingredients.
Do I start adding flour?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Next, we are going to alternately add, let's turn that up a little bit, the dry ingredients and our mock sour creams. We're gonna add it in 3 batches. We're gonna start with the dry and end with the dry. So if you add a little more of that on.
Oops.
It's okay. It all goes to the same place. So this is just one of 100 completely allergen-free recipes in this book. They're also vegan, but they're also taste tested not only by my kids and my entire neighborhood, but by many people without food allergies, many people who are not gluten intolerant and have passed the test. Just throw that all in. So while you finish mixing that up, I'm going to go down here and make our crumb topping. And once you're done with that,
I'd love to know the crumb topping.
Once you finish that, you can spread it in our 9x9 pan. So to make up the crumb topping, again, I'm using my secret weapon, basic gluten-free flour mix, and I am adding a ½ teaspoon of cinnamon, Another 1/4 teaspoon of this fantastic xanthan gum that again mimics
it looks like a good mix.
And smell that.
Yes.
This was made with a
Smells good.
vegan yogurt, which is made with coconut milk. You could also use a rice milk yogurt. So I'm mixing in the cinnamon, the xanthan gum.
Soy is not part of the
There's no soy in this. This is free of all top allergens.
Because, okay.
That is a 1/4 teaspoon salt. This is a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, which I like because it has that lovely golden color. Stirring that up.
Okay, so you can use sugar.
Yes, in this recipe. I'm just making a nice crumb here. You're gonna spread that, smooth it down.
Okay.
So, almost done with that.
Now my daughter's a vegan and but she hasn't gotten into this kind of baking. She bakes the real thing and gives it all away.
She does. She bakes with eggs.
She bakes, oh yeah, with everything. And she just gives it away. She never tastes it.
Well, has she tried using any kind of alternative ingredients?
No, she hasn't, but I'm giving her the book.
It's because it's actually quite fun. And you realize that there are so many things on the market right now that you can use I mean, that's one of the lovely things that I learned through creating this book is how many fantastic substitutions there are. As I said, you can use the coconut milk yogurt or the rice milk yogurt in place of cream or in place of sour cream. I came up with a version of buttermilk by using rice milk, and I sour it with cider vinegar or with lemon juice, and then you have mock buttermilk.
Yeah, that's how I make my buttermilk.
So here we have a pea-sized crumb, and we are just gonna smooth that down and then sprinkle this on the top. Now, I asked you last time I was on if you had any food allergies, and I think you told me that you had had a reaction to lobsters.
Yeah, but then I went and got tested, and they found no sensitivity to anything, even though
you were one of the lucky few.
Yeah, but now I'm, who knows, you know, you never know.
Well, 25 million Americans suffer from food allergies, and there are millions more with gluten intolerance and celiac disease.
No, and that doesn't mean that you're not intolerant. You can be non-allergic and intolerant, right?
Absolutely. You can have a reaction without having an immune system response to the food.
Right.
You know, it can, maybe you don't have the enzymes
you bloat
to digest.
or you get fat by because you're eating something that doesn't agree with you.
Okay, so let's just sprinkle this on top. And you're gonna put this, once we've done this, we're gonna bake it at 325 for about 45 minutes.
That makes a nice crumb.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
And it tastes good. So there you have it.
You're gonna use all of that.
There you have it. I am. I'm gonna use all of it.
Bake that, and here it is.
Here it is. This is the finished product. After 45 minutes, you're gonna sift a little bit of this powdered sugar, and we are going to cut it up into 12 pieces.
Oh, 12
or
pieces.
However many you want. Make them big. We can each have a 1/4 for all right? And there you have it. Allergen-free, gluten-free,
and
vegan.
thanks to 10 Speed Press, everyone in our studio audience is taking home a copy of Cybele's book, The Allergen-Free Baker's Handbook. Thank you very much.